Greetings! You're watching Septum Sen vs. the World. I'm Septum Sen. Today, we're going to return to the world of Hana Saku Iroha. This time with the movie. The movie called Home Sweet Home. Now, if you haven't been familiar with the series, don't go for the movie right away. I think that you can approach this movie about midway, so if you finish season 1, feel free to watch it at that point. It can be watched at pretty much any time. For the story of how I got these sets, I got them as a bundle. You can hear the full story in my Hana Saku Iroha review, which I will link to. But yeah, this one, time-wise, probably around the midpoint between season 1 and 2. So if you really want to look at it, you can do it at that point. It's around after the part where, I'm not going to try and spoil it, but it's after the part where the article comes out about the hotel and she confronts the person about that. That's about all I'm going to say about that. So this one takes place in that particular timeline and runs 3 stories. One story... 2 of these stories are kind of minor stories, and one I think is the major one. So I'll go in basically least to most important. The least is probably her friend, who is actually the granddaughter of the owner of their rival inn, is training over at their inn to become a manager one day, so learn some of the hard stuff. And she kind of throws into, she triggers the events of the main plot line by kind of leaving Ohana to find these diaries and records of the past. The second one follows one of the other attendants and her relationship with her mother and her siblings, and really those parallels between her and Ohana and her relationship with her mother. The last of these follows really kind of a prequel, which follows Ohana's mother, how she ended up leaving the inn, and of course having Ohana as her child. So 3 good stories, all of them kind of interlinked, and all of them in one nice little set. Well, not little. So what's good about it? Animation quality, music quality, superb. I love it. The art is always beautiful in this series. It's worth coming to just for the art value. The characters, again, they're playing off of those characters. You kind of want to learn more about these characters by the time you're into the series. So learning more about the background, about the mother, about the other attendant, learning about these people is worth it. Just is worth the price of admission right there. So the story. I love having that story. It really gives, like I said, it gives that depth, a little added depth to the mother character, and shows the parallels between our current standing and where they are, where they were back then. Really don't have a lot more to say about it. That being said, it really has a lot of the same. It rides the coattails of the original series. Now, the bad is, of course, it is only a little over 60 minutes. I feel like they could have expanded a little bit more. I feel like the whole initial thing, the lowest storyline isn't needed. The whole thing with the lights going off and all of this stuff, I feel like it's unnecessary. They could have just spent more time talking more about the relationship. I'm still not 100% certain what happened to Ohana's father, though they do hint at it a lot more in this series than they had, in this movie than they had in the series. But with that being said, other than it being a little bit too short for my taste, it was really like more of a long episode than a movie, it still was worth a check out. This is a shorter review because I covered a lot of the other strengths in my Hana review. Again, go back to watch that if you're watching this now. I will again link it below. I'm going to, of course, give you a link to this. I do want you to pick these up. These are wonderful sets. If you can get the premium, get the premium. If you can't get the premium, still get this. It is a good series. Don't get this, though, until you've at least picked up season 1 of the TV series. You'll be lost. So, with that being said, I give this one probably about a 7 out of 10. Pretty good. More of a long episode. Low 7, high 6, that area. But if you like this video, of course, click like, subscribe, and share. And definitely leave comments. I love to see the comments. I like to be able to answer questions. If you've seen this, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? You say this is probably the best thing ever, or this is terrible. I wish I didn't have any more of this series. Please leave it in the comments below. Any case, I'll see you next time.